"Get out, old man." But I went straight to the bank, not the streets. The love of my life had just been buried. The house was quiet, heavy with her absence until my son-in-law, Chad, shattered the silence with 5 bitter words. "Pack your bags and get out." He didn't even look at me. He just stood there, one arm around my daughter, the other holding his precious golf club, as if he'd just done me a favor. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I simply walked to my room, packed my things, and left. But not to the streets. I went to the bank. You see, Chad never asked how this house was bought, or who paid for the weddings, the cars, the vacations. He assumed I was just a frail, useless widower living off scraps of sympathy. But what he didn't know is that every account, every asset, every deed from the house they lived in to the company my daughter worked at was tied to me. And today, I decided to untie everything. By sunset, I had frozen the joint account where I deposited monthly allowances, removed my daughter from the family business payroll, alerted my lawyer to initiate a title reclaim on the house. Yes, it was still under my name, left a formal eviction notice for Chad, tucked politely into their mailbox. By morning, they were locked out of their own house. Chad showed up at the bank later that day, red-faced and yelling, "You can't do this. We live there. That's our home." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "You told me to get out." So I did, and I took everything that was mine with me. My daughter cried. I expected that, but I also noticed something else: relief. It turns out, Chad had been abusive behind closed doors, controlling, manipulative. She never spoke up, until she had no choice. I gave her a way out, a furnished apartment, a job at one of my partner firms. She took it. Chad, he's back living with his parents. The wild part? All those years he spent mocking me, calling me old man and deadweight. He never knew I was the silent majority shareholder in the startup he was begging to get funded. I pulled my investment. The company sank within 3 months. Be careful who you kick out, especially if he's the one holding the keys to your kingdom. If that twist gave you chills, subscribe to this channel for more real, raw stories of revenge, redemption, and poetic justice. Never underestimate the quiet ones. We don't shout, we strategize. Click subscribe. And remember, revenge is best served with a signed bank statement.